get into the chorus now for Till There Was You. Before I do though, I'm going to backpedal for a minute and show you how the transition changes. I'm going to take it from this part. Okay, now you'll notice the first time I do that, when I'm on that F chord, I'm striking the B and the E string at the same time. Now the second time I do it, right before I get into the chorus, I'm striking the D and the E string at the same time. Okay, now the vocal melody begins right on that D string. Now I'm just keeping the bar, and I'm on the 3rd fret, E and B strings, and I'm going to the A string in the bass. I'm going to lift my pinky off that bottom E string, going back to the F in the bass on the E string for 2 notes, then I'm going back to the A string. So it'll sound like this. Okay, now my next chord is A sharp minor, which is keeping the bar. Now I'm on the 2nd fret B string, 3rd fret G and D. It's going to sound like this. I'm striking simultaneously the B, G, and D. Now I'm keeping my middle and my ring finger where they're at, and I'm dropping my pinky down to the 3rd fret on the E string. And I'm going back to the E string top in the bass. I'm going to hit that twice, then I'm going to lift the pinky up back to the bar at the 1st fret. I'm going to go from here. I'm going to keep that same position, but I'm going to move everything up 1 string from the E, B, and G to now the B, G, and D. And it's going to sound like this. Going back to the E in the bass, lifting the pinky to the bar, putting the pinky on the 3rd fret on the A string, and I'm going to hit the E and the A. So we'll take it to this point. Okay. Now I'm going to hit the E, G, and D. This next chord, 3rd fret, B string, 5th fret, A and G, 4th on the D. I'm hitting simultaneously A, D, G, and B, then the E. Then I'm going to hit the B string and move my index finger up to the top string, 5th fret. It's going to sound like this. I'm going to pivot off the D and G strings, hit the high E again, now I'm barring the 3rd fret, hitting the E and the B string simultaneously, to the G, G in the bass again, D in the bass, 5th fret A string. It's going to sound like this. 5th fret G, simultaneously with the E string, open to the 3rd fret on that G string. After I lift that 5th fret G string, I'm 2nd fret now on the G string, 3rd on my E, 3rd on my D. I'm going to strike the G and the E simultaneously to the D. Then I'm going to hit the E string twice, back to the D and G. Now I'm at a C chord. 1st fret on my B string, 2nd fret on the D, 3rd on the A. And I'm going to strike the B, G, D, and A simultaneously. Now I'm going to G in the bass, 3rd fret, E string. Now I'm going to hit the B string, 3rd fret, 3rd fret, A string, 2nd fret, D, then I'm going to bar the 1st fret on my G and B strings. And then we're back into the verse part. We'll continue this in another lesson. See you then.